Light, shadows, and reflections. Every day we see so many objects around us that are colorful and different. On the way of a school, we look things like cars, buses, trees, cycles, scooters, animals, and sometimes flowers. How do you look all these objects? Think of the some places at night time if these are totally dark. What will you observe? Assume you go inside a totally dark room. Can you see anything in the room? But when you burn a candle or a torch, you can see the things easily present in the room, isn't it? Without light, objects present in a room cannot be seen. Light helps us to see the objects. Think of the same places at night time. If these were totally dark, what will you observe? Assume you go inside a totally dark room. Can you see anything in the room? But when you burn a candle or a torch, you can see the things easily present in the room. Isn't it? Without light, objects present in a room cannot be seen. Light helps us to see the objects. The torch bulb is an object which gives out light of its own. Similarly, the sun is another object that gives us its own light. During the day, with the help of its light, we can see objects like the sun that emit light of their own are called luminous objects. What about things like a chair, a table, a picture, or a shoe? We look these when light from a luminous object like the sun or a torch falls on these and then comes towards our eye. Transparent, opaque, and translucent objects. In chapter 4, we have grouped many objects as opaque, transparent, or translucent. If we cannot look through an object at all, then it is an opaque object. If you see, look clearly through an object and it allows light to pass through, then it is called transparent. There are a few objects through which we can see but not very clearly. Such kind of objects are called translucent. Activity 1. See around you and collect as possible objects as you can. Plastic scale, eraser, pencil, pen, notebook, a single sheet of paper, tracing paper, or a piece of cloth. Try to see something far away through each of these things. Is light from a far away thing move to your eyes through any of these objects? We observe that a given material or object could be translucent, transparent, opaque if it allows a light to pass through it partially, completely, or not at all. What exactly are shadows? Activity 2. Now hold each of the opaque objects in the sunlight one by one, slightly above the ground. What do you observe on the ground? You know that these dark patches formed by different objects on the ground are due to their shadows. Sometimes you can estimate to object by looking at its shadow. Place a sheet of paper on the ground. Hold a non-opaque object at some height so that its shadow may fall on the sheet of paper on the ground. Ask your friend to draw the outline of the shadow. While you are holding the object at the same place, similarly draw the outlines of the shadows of their objects with the help of the friend. Now ask to your other friends to identify things from these outlines of shadows. How many objects are they exactly able to identify? Do you see your shadow in a dark room? Do you see a shadow in a room when there is just a source of light and nothing else? It appears we need a source of light and an opaque object to see a shadow. Is there anything else needed? Activity 3. You will have to do this activity in the dark. In the evening, go out in an open ground with your few friends by taking a torch and a large sheet of cardboard with you. With you, keep the torch near the ground and shine it upwards so that its light exactly falls on your friend's face. Now you have a source of light torch that is falling on an opaque object your friend's face. If there are no trees, building, or any other object behind your friend, would you look the shadow of your friend's head? This does not mean that there is no shadow of your friend. Easily the light coming from the torch is not able to pass through his body to the other side. Now ask another friend to hold the cardboard sheet. Sit behind your friend on which you are doing experiment. Is the shadow now looking on the cardboard sheet? Thus the shadow can be observed only on a screen. Walls of a room, a building, a ground, or other such surfaces act as a screen like cardboard for the shadows you see in everyday life. Shadows provide us some information about the shapes of objects. Sometimes shadow can also confuse us about the real shape of the object. A few shadows are so here that we can create with our hands and make believe that these shadows are of different animals. Activity 4. Put a chair in the house ground on a sunny day. What do you notice from the shadow of the chair? Does the shadow give a correct picture of the shape of the chair? If the chair is changed some little, how does the shape of the shadow change? Take a thin notebook from your bag and see its shadow. Then take a rectangular box and observe its shadow. Do these two shadows appear to have a similar shape? Take flowers or any other objects of different colors and observe their shadows. For example, a yellow rose and a red rose. Do the shadows seem different in color when the colors of the things are different? Take a long box and observe its shadow on the ground when you move around the box. You may observe that the size of the shadow changes. The shadow of the box is found shortest when the long side of the box is kept towards the sun or when the short side is kept towards the sun. Let us use this long box to make a simple camera, a pinhole camera. Usually we require a lot of complicated stuff to prepare a camera. Not really if we just want to prepare a simple pinhole camera. Activity 5. Take two boxes so that one box can slide easily into another with no gap in between them. Cut open one side of both the boxes on the back face of open side of the large box. Make a small hole in the middle as shown in figure. In the small box, cut out a square from the middle with a side length of about 6 to 7 centimeters. Cover this open square with a tracing paper as shown in figure. Slide the smaller box inside the large box in such a way that the square side with the tracing paper is inside the large box as shown in figure. See, now your pinhole camera is ready for use. Holding the pinhole camera, see through the open side of the smaller box to cover your head and the pinhole camera. You should use a piece of black cloth. Now try to see some far away objects like a building or a tree through the pinhole camera, but the things you wish to see through your pinhole camera should be in bright sunshine. Move the smaller box forward or backward inside the larger box till you get a picture on the tracing paper. Are these pinhole images looking different from their shadows? See through your pinhole camera at the vehicles and people traveling on the road in bright sunlight. Do these pictures show the colors of the objects on the other side? Are the images erect or upside down? Now let us make an image of the sun with our pinhole camera. For this we need a slightly different setup. We just need a large sheet of cardboard with a small pinhole in its middle. Keep the sheet up in the sun and let its shadow fall on a clear area. Do you observe a small circular image cardboard sheet? Observe these pinhole images of the sun when an eclipse is visible from your location. Set your pinhole and a screen in such a way that a clear image is formed on a screen before the eclipse is to occur. See the image of the eclipse. The eclipse is to occur. See the image of the eclipse of sun. As the eclipse begins, you will observe a portion of sun's image gradually becoming darker as the eclipse begins. Never ever look directly at the sun. That could be definitely very harmful for our eyes. There is also an interesting pinhole camera in nature. Sometimes when we rest under a tree covered with a large number of leaves, we see a small patches of sunlight under the tree. In fact, these circular images are pinhole images of the sun. The gaps between the leaves of trees act as the pinhole. These have many kinds of irregular shapes, but we can see irregular circular images of the sun only. Try to see images of the sun at next time when an eclipse occurs. That could be so much interesting. Mohan has one thought in his mind. We saw upside down images of people walking on the road with our pinhole camera. What happens to the images of the sun? Did we observe them to be upside down? Sima has another thought in her mind. Surely, all these results that we are looking like formation of shadows and pinhole images are possible only if light travels in a straight path. Activity 6. Take a piece of pipe or a long rubber tube, burn a candle and put it on a table at one side of the room. Now standing at the other side of the room, see the candle through the pipe. Is the candle visible? Bend the pipe a little downward while you are seeing at the candle. Is the candle visible now? Move the pipe a little to your left or right. Can you look the candle now? What do you conclude from this? This shows that light moves along a straight line. Isn't it? That is why when an opaque object comes in its way, a shadow of that object is formed. Mirrors, and reflections. We all use mirrors in our houses. You see into the mirror and look your own image inside the mirror. What you observe is a reflection of your face in the mirror. We also look the reflections of other things that are kept in front of the mirror. Sometimes we see the reflections of buildings, trees and other things in the water of a lake or a pond. Activity 7. You should do this activity at night or in a dark room. Ask a friend to hold a mirror in her hand at one corner of the room. You should stand at another corner of the room with a torch in your hand. Put your fingers on the glass of a torch and switch it on. Now make a small gap between your fingers so that you can get a beam of light. Dark the beam of your torch light up onto the mirror that your friend is holding in her hand at another corner of room. Do you observe a patch of light on the other side now, or just the direction of light of the torch so that the patch of light falls on your another friend standing in the room? So this activity suggests as that a mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. The following activity shows that light moving along straight lines gets reflected from a mirror. Activity 8. Fix a comb on one side of a big thermocol sheet and fix a mirror on the other side of a thermocol sheet as shown in figure. Put a dark colored sheet of paper between the comb and the mirror. Put this in sunlight or send a beam of light from a torch through the comb. What do you notice? Do you find a pattern similar to that shown in figure? These activities suggest that manner in which light travels and gets reflected from animals.